Hi guys. Okay, so I've covered on this channel before people who voted for Brexit, like farmers and fishermen and others in other industries who are now realizing they made a mistake. However, others are afraid to admit that they were wrong and will continue to live in the hope that things will somehow sort themselves out. Some commenters on the channel seem to think that I take a pleasure out of pointing out when people are wrong and gloating. Far from it. The reason I point these things out is that I hope that others will realize that when you're making an important decision that's going to affect you, your family, your neighbors, your town, your country, you listen to the people who know what they're saying. Even if they're telling you something that sounds uncomfortable, you take it on board as part of your decision making. What you don't do is listen to non-experts who are promising positives and no negatives, or who dismiss the experts and what they're saying. What I'm talking about is generally politicians. Now this brings us to our latest example, Iron Maiden, the metal band that used to be cool, but that sort of ended in 2016. Here's Bruce Dickinson, their frontman, who admits voting for Brexit, but don't worry, he has a message for Boris Johnson and his government. Let's hear what he had to say.
Don't get me started on the government's attitude to the entertainment industry. I mean, we are probably one of the UK's major exports. I mean, come on. And yet we're sitting here, we can't do anything. We can't even artists. I mean, all right. I mean, it's very well known that I voted for Brexit. But, you know, the idea is that after you've done it, you then go in and be sensible about the relationships you have with people. So at the moment, all this guff about not being able to play in Europe and the Europeans not being able to play over here and work permits and all the rest of the rubbish, come on, you know, get your act together.
Okay, it got cut off at the end. Get your act together. So, how do we approach these things? You voted for Brexit. You got your Brexit. People were telling you at the time that there are going to be these issues. You ignored it. And the most annoying part of all of this is that he has not come out and said, I was wrong. I was wrong to vote for Brexit. He's still standing by Brexit, it seems. Get your act together. What are you talking about? I think what he means is he wants the UK government to go to the EU to negotiate something to help musicians be able to travel around Europe. But the problem is the UK government don't care about musicians. They don't care about anyone who isn't a Tory party donor. So maybe Bruce should, you know, get a few multimillionaires together and put pressure on the government to undo some of the damage of Brexit. You know, I don't know how much he's worth, but I think some of his fortune could go to undoing some of the damage of Brexit, but maybe he doesn't care enough about that. But the first problem here, once again, is that he voted for something, he realizes that it has negative consequences, but instead of actually saying, yes, people, I was wrong, I voted for Brexit, it was a mistake, his response is, get your act together. Boris, do something. You people put Boris Johnson in charge. People like myself and others suggested this would be a bad idea. Boris Johnson is a liar. Boris Johnson is a charlatan. But you ignored that and you said, no, we want to get our Brexit. And to hell with the consequences. And now you're complaining about the consequences. Until people like Bruce realize that Brexit was a mistake, we're going to continue to see more people vote for the Conservative Party. And Boris Johnson is on top of the world here because he knows that he has lied to people in the past and they will continue to vote for him. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?